mechanical, pull over to the side, raise your hand, and I'll come up behind you and stop and store away whatever you need to. One of the things that we've been also briefing out is just remember not to look the throttle at the stoplight while you're waiting. And the other one is whoever's riding the police bike that has an operable siren and they actually shut the intersection down.
Sport mode already.
Please don't activate the siren.
All right, sport mode. Here we go on the DS mode.
Cycles and they're trying to figure out where the motorcycle is. All right. Good thing there's no stop. Yeah.
The DS 2015.
All right. Yeah.
It's already got a warning light on. I don't know what for. Now let's roll. This is the first time I've ridden this year. All right.
Hold on. So you have to have your there you
off.
go. Now
okay.
the green light's on. You're
there you
off.
go. Okay, very good. Thank you. Whoops. All right. Whew. I like having the first ride of the year on my demo ride. This thing has no throttle lag whatsoever. It's turn it, wait, and off you go. So this definitely solves that problem. Engine feels like it's slightly pulling any, like the slightest, actually like most of the time. You stop, it still kind of pulls a little bit, and then it takes a couple seconds and it stops pulling. So it has no responsivity issues. Absolutely none. Just goes, you twist the throttle and it goes, boom. No problem whatsoever. A marked improvement over the S. Not an issue. Now in terms of acceleration, it's a different story. We'll see. Hopefully I won't ride up this guy's butt. Plenty fast. We'll ride up the hill, no problem. And using about a quarter throttle. See, this is the kind of shit I hate with demo rides. You see that shit? Starts bouncing up and down. We're in the parking lot. This bike's been down already. The bar is bent to the right. But in any case, the major issue I'm worried about is this jackass I'm riding behind right now. See, if you're watching this video, please do not ride like a jackass on a demo ride. Yeah, well, it's one less reason to wreck. You don't have to worry about shifting. A Divel, all right. There's your 100 foot-pounds of torque right there. I don't hear the motor, man. It says RPM 0, and then if you move forward, it turns up to like 1520. Temperature 134F. This thing has plenty of speed and has no throttle lag issues at all, as far as I can tell. And I'm riding in sport mode, so let's shift it back into eco mode here and see what the difference is. Still has no throttle lag. It's unfortunately been down. Everything has been a little bit to the right. The cluster, the forks are a little bit tweaked. The handlebars bent, mounts are bent. I'm gonna ride in eco mode for a while and let's see what happens. The sport mode is definitely fast enough, so let's see what happens in eco mode. Now there's a little bit of soft off idle, or off the Start, very little soft there. Still quite peppy. About half throttle that I have to go to now to really get going fast. But not slow, still not slow. We're staying way the fuck behind that jackass. But he feels like they got to warm up. Like those are hybrid tires he's riding on, like low profile knobbies on the FX. So decent brake. Now they say this thing has ABS. I don't know if it has ABS on both the front and rear. I think I could ride in eco mode and be happy. Yeah, a little, you know, cheesy on the throttle, but not bad. Not bad at all. Look at this jackass. Now, this full throttle. The full throttle I'm at right now. Again, quite acceptable. Yeah, I would think this bike is plenty fast enough for average use. And the throttle, even in eco mode, is much better than the S in sport mode. The guy in front of me is riding no jacket, no gloves, and this other asshole up here who seems to not have a clue of how to really ride like he has sense. Nice touch, you got some engine braking, some somewhat significant engine braking in eco mode. No clutch, eh? Alright, so let's, there's custom mode, which we're going to skip. We're going to go back into sport mode here, because we can. Custom, and, oops, taking us 15 minutes to change modes, though. Alright, even in eco mode, I would say this is quite decent, maybe 500 level at full throttle. Certainly would get you down the road at good speed. So sport mode, if you really want to burn your battery. I already burned 2% off the battery just coming up here at full throttle. Just got high tops. Just the other thing, good thing about not having the shifters, you don't have to worry about catching your shoelaces. Come on, big guy. So that's like a third of a throttle right there. Absolutely enough power for most street riding, I would say. I mean, you'd have to really be wanted to haul ass, like flat out haul ass to ride this thing in full throttle in the street in traffic. So this bike, they definitely solved the acceleration issue, the throttle issue. I just don't see anything about ABS on this, and obviously I'm wobbling because it's been down and it wants to ride front wheel back and to the right. So you're trying to do pop a wheelie? Alright, so we'll stay in sport mode to see how the rideability is. Alright, so I think you can ride it normally in eco mode without having to worry about not having enough power, and then you'd have sport mode where if you wanted more power, it's there, it's right there. I think he's trying to pop a wheelie, honestly. So thrust at about a third of a throttle, sitting upright, is about the most I'd want to use. At least, you know, not having ridden much, not being used to the bike. Now, I would pass this guy at the earliest opportunity, except that he's a little bit ahead of me and I'd have to actually rush up to pass him. But caution would dictate, prudence would dictate passing him at this point, right now, coming into this light. And then not saying a word, just passing him. If he wasn't so tight, I would. And he's riding with some kind of camera too, or Bluetooth thing. This fucking dude needs to fucking cut that shit out. I don't care what the fuck he's doing. Hey, can I ask you a favor?
What's up?
Can I get in front of you?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you. Just don't hit me from behind, all right? So you just have to not deal with that shit. Ooh, always turns, always fun. Downhill, tight turn. Let's hit the back road. Now I'm not going to ride on the edge of the road like this. Stay in the center where it's reasonably clear. These guys are riding, what, 650s or something? We'll give them plenty of space. Just adjust for this damn front end is fucked up. There's a little engine braking. If you back off the throttle, it definitely brakes. Just there's a little oil patch right there. Oh, there's a deer mark right at the top of that hill. Little deer blood. Decent handling, decent suspension, not a problem. Unfortunately, it's been down, so it's a little tweaked. And this is nice. I mean, it's not excellent, but it's nice. It's not bad. So I would definitely save spend the extra couple thousand to get this bike over the S. No question about it. Down to 70%. I didn't catch the mileage. And we're cruising along in sport mode. Now it would be nice if it was actually a sport bike, because I just don't jazz with this upright, wide handlebar position at high speed. Be a freaking sailplane. But you can argue for around town riding, it's okay. I wouldn't want to ride on a highway like this though. Very nice. Certainly what it should be, I would say, at the least. So those are the crash bars that they have to go in. I guess that's the sort of slash ADV model. It says DS on the side. And this is the SR, my fault. And we were at Coleman in Woodbridge. Coleman Powersports, Woodbridge. So, of course, we're following a guy in what is this, a phaser? I think it's a FC1 he's on. Hey, the one works. Yeah, they got a little light here for the high beam, for a blinker.
Try the horn real quick, that inside.
I do not see an ABS speed sensor on the front wheel. Listen to that guy, guys, he's been revving the hell out of that bike. I mean, a lot. You can when he was pulling out at a lot of RPMs. Dude. definitely wants to pull to the right a little bit when you hit the brakes, the front wheel, which is just, I never really have liked riding bikes with single wheel front discs. I think a nice super sport type layout would be a massive. Forks are definitely solid, no question about it. They're definitely got robust forks there, but the bars unfortunately have suffered, and the whole thing is canted off a little bit. It's like the bars and the steering and the upper triple clamp are twisted to the right, and then the forks are coming back to the left. I don't know how much it would cost to get this thing straight, but unfortunately it's not straight. So should I try to do a burnout now? Light it up, light it up. Wee, wee. Okay, so how do we get back? Telegraph Road. We're on Telegraph Road, so we're heading back across. We'll be back at the storeroom in about 5 minutes. We go over the hill. I'm not actually a MotoGP racer, but I did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So how's that? This is the first ride I've taken this year. I haven't even taken my liner out of my jacket to go riding, and then we'll be going back sooner or later and straightening out my bike and breaking it out. Do not ask me why I have not ridden my bike yet this year. It's been a little frustrating. But my tags expired at the 1st of April, and April's Fool Day was a painful day. I was so busy doing shit for work, I didn't have time to get the registration updated, and by the time I got the registration updated and actually came, I lost 2 months, and I mean it's hot now. It's well in the riding season now, but at least I'm getting it a month earlier than I did last year when I first got it. Under seat pipes. Listen to the guy. Yep, just pulls nice and smartly away from a stop. Right there, you hear a little bit of an electronic whistle. I don't think you'd really need to use more than half throttle on this bike in almost any reasonable riding condition on the street, in traffic. Not a lot of engine braking. The handling is decent. It's not a light bike with the power pack. It's actually 458 pounds according to the manual with the power pack. So it has a sort of I'd say a light 750, 650-ish, maybe a little bit heavier than a FC6R, no question about it. But not too bad, not bad at all. Definitely a good combination, weight, power. You put a couple of rechargers on it, or charge packs, it'd be a different story. I don't know how much these charge packs weigh. That was a good ride, good little ride, run around. Although not near, there's much better roads around here than that, and this could have gotten all kinds of heinous if they had taken on some of those roads. Yeah, you just don't have to turn the throttle that much to just, get it to move and to get it to go, and it's got good power, no question. Doesn't have much lock though. No lock at all, relatively. But still not bad, Easy maneuver because it does come off easily. Oops, didn't see that guy. Hope he saw me. Oh, look at these two. Alright, that was fun.